Hi, my name is Asif. I'm from UK. I just wanted to share my review for some tickets I've booked for my family um, from Manchester to Islamabad, and we have booked the ticket via Skyscanner through an agent. For some reason, I needed to make the change for my return flight. So mainly, we were going in the Christmas holidays time, the school time when it was off for the kids as well. So I wanted to change the date, from mid-Jan, 20th of Jan to end of January, 30th of January. So it was from more of a peak to non-peak times, and the flights end of January from the airlines when I checked before my query with the agent were cheaper, than the initially what I booked for. So I was expecting I'm not to pay anything, and airline ticket was like condition was there's no one change is free, you don't have to pay anything. But when I spoke to agent, he said I'll need to pay £100. I said okay, I can pay, but shockingly when he said like I'll need to pay £100 even for the child as well as infant, and I was like I'm not going to do that. And at that point I said like okay, for infant obviously they won't get any seat. The fare is usually only 10%. So I then take it with Skyscanner, and they just told the agent called me, gave me same story, and it was no help. Then what I did is I called the airline directly and got their advice, and they've said like we apologize, but the unfortunate bit is there's not much we can do because you didn't buy tickets directly from us. If it had been from us, we would not have charged you anything, and the one change was free for the date. So to resolve this, you either need to take it with agent directly or Skyscanner. So I went back to Skyscanner, chased them few times, but all they were doing is like talking to agent. Agent was calling me, giving me same story. So I've done it three times, and it was no help. And I've even told them at the end, like, this is what is happening. Even for the infant, I'm asked to pay um, full fare of £100, even for an infant, which, initially when I bought a ticket for infant, I only paid £70. And for a change of date, I need to pay £100 extra. So I had no choice. I had to pay because there was no other way around because airline said they can't help. The ticket, if you change it if you book it with the agent, you'll have to do it through them. So you know, at the end, I just gave up. I just booked the ticket and paid the price what they have asked me. But lesson learned for me and maybe for other consumers as well is, try to book it directly from the airline. I think they have, I've made a mistake this time, booking through the agent. But I think if you need to make a changes in the future, that'll cost you a lot of money. And for me, I will never book ticket again through the Skyscanner or through the agent. But yeah, it was unfortunate and very stressful at the end. I need to pay extra £400 almost for that. But yeah, hopefully something to learn for the other consumers as well. Most frustrating thing obviously was service from Skyscanner, integrity from the agent, transparency. Obviously, the flights I booked and I wanted to change. They were cheaper, but I was still asked to pay full fare money for that, even for the infant. So that was very disappointing at the end. I think I should have been just if there was honestly any fare differences, the agent. I just think they manipulated because airline ticket for the dates I was changing was less than the date I've initially booked. So I was just saying they are just taking the opportunity to make more money. And for infant, no ways. I've asked even airline. There was never a full fare, so it should have been only a fraction of it. But they've never accepted it. And initially, when I asked them to give me the invoice or something, as a email proof, what they're asking, they said no, we can't give you that. You have to pay the money, and only then we can give you something like that. So that was their response. My only advice is like just to go with the airline directly if you can, because they are. I found it from my experience. They are more transparent to the customers. Fees are declared usually for the changes as well as fare differences. You can check on website, and usually they stick to that. So with the Skyscanner of no help, with the agent just making up the money for the. I just felt like it was all manipulated from them, and it was too dodgy. They were not ready to give any kind of documentary emails with the details of breakdown of the fare and all that. So at the end, once you paid the money, they give just like admin and fare differences, and just put it for all of the customers. No mention of infant fare, anything like that. So that's all dodgy.